You are now listening to the In the Cut podcast.
Welcome to another episode of In the Cut Pod. I'm your girl. Everybody loves Jess. Happy New Year, first and foremost. I did drop an episode earlier this year, 2 weeks ago now, but you know, with the transition into the new year and the energies and the shedding and other plans, I kind of got caught off track with missing a week last week, but we're back. We're back every Saturday morning by 8 a.m. New episodes will be out going forward. Episodes will be different from this, so let's talk about it. 1, hope everybody's good. 2, hope everybody's being safe. We're still in like weird ass fucking COVID, weird ass times, like weird ass times. So I hope everybody's like taking care of themselves. I hope everybody's still quarantining. I hope everybody's still staying out of people's faces. I hope everybody's still hustling, staying out of trouble, staying out of their feelings, unless they product their feelings and in their bag. So, because that's what all 2021 is about. 2020 fucked us all up. We all over the place for 2020. It makes lots of fucking sense why we're all fucked up from it. And now it's time to kind of like, we learned our lesson and now it's kind of like implement it. Now we have to be practicing what we learned from last year or continuing to gain knowledge to, you know, eventually take that next step. And that's what I've been doing. So obviously this week, got to top it off and congratulate our new 46th president, Joe Biden, and our first black woman with a black name, Kamala Harris. Let me not do that. Congratulations. First of all, it's amazing. It's amazing to have a black woman in that status. Like, that's huge for like our kids, for our history. Like, you know, when they teach black history, they have to teach about Kamala. They have to teach about Barack. They have to teach about all these great icons and legends that we get to kind of watch and witness make history. Like, you know, we have so many. I'm drawing a blank. But I want to obviously congratulate them. Thank fucking God Trump is out the White House. I mean, Trump is out of being a president. He wasn't even really a president, but he was a president. Everybody know what that means when I say that. They gonna impeach boy. They are gonna impeach boy. And I can't wait. And for anyone that's not aware of how important it is for this impeachment, let me run it down to you. Let me run it to you. Let me run it by you. First, if he is impeached, he doesn't get the perks of a former president. So you see how Barack and the Bushes and all the presidents that, you know, everybody's bearing witness to in their lifetimes, when they retire, they get a nice little foundation set up. They get a little retirement plan, pension, all that. You know, American tax dollars is paying for their forever retirement. And, you know, they get all the perks and all this little bullshit. I'm sure it's more intricate than what the fuck I'm saying. But if he's impeached, he don't get none of that, which he don't deserve. If he's impeached, arresting him, convicting him, imprisoning him is more likely. So we need that. I don't want to pray on anyone's downfall, but if I am going to pray on a downfall, it will be president or former president now, thank God, Donald Trump. And hopefully, you know, we could just watch his karma come back around. What he incited at the Capitol, what he's encouraging or what he did encourage, how he slandered so many people, how it's just disgusting. It's embarrassing. Like, as an American, I'm embarrassed as fuck to kind of witness or to be a witness and to be a part of Trump. I mean, I'm not a part of it. I didn't vote for him, but you know what I mean? Like, to bear witness, like, this is like the wildest time. So I guess I don't take it back. This is like history. So it's kind of like, it's lit. We survived 2020. Like, if you watching this, we survived 2020. So it's lit. But again, congratulations. I'm not gonna lie. So obviously the number one goal was getting ensuring that Trump was not gonna win again. So, you know, like that's that. We already moved on from that. Now it's kind of like we weren't really. I won't speak for we. I wasn't really sure on Biden, if you know what I mean. Like I wasn't really sure on my good sis Kamala, but you know, we want our skin in the office. But I really wasn't a fan of these two individuals. I understand they were the best of the best picks out of what we were given, of what was allowed to choose from. I am hopeful that at least as a country, we can kind of start to mend. I don't think anything will be fixed in this term or his term, but I definitely think it's better than letting that man still be here and access and control or the visibility that he had. I think Biden it would suck to be him. It would suck to be him. It would suck to be Kamala. It would suck to inherit this. Trump had said in his farewell bullshit ass rally, he had said something along the lines of he thinks they'll do a good job. You know, they're set up for success. This is the best administration. No, you didn't leave him with the success. Like literally last week, your boys and them was down at the Capitol causing a fucking scene. Ghetto. That's what's ghetto, America. It's not the black folks, because you saw how we rioted all last summer. You saw how we, even rioted, and even with the looting, all that stuff. Ain't nobody going next to no government building. Do you know how many black people would have died? Do you know how many black people would have died if we even, the thought that would have been associated, the death that would have been associated with the thought of that dumb shit. Nevertheless, let's move on. This week, we finally got a versus battle between Ashanti and Keisha Cole. Quick rundown. My least favorite versus battle to date. Primarily because of production. Understood why production was what it was. Understood why they were separate. But it's hard to be used to one way of doing it now, where they're in the same space and they're doing the same, you know, the energy is different. Like, you got to think, like, we couldn't, versus I don't even think would have taken off if they did not make the switch to have people in the same room. Because think, like, as soon as they started doing the same room things, we got like legendary shit. DMX, Snoop, Monica, Brandy, Jeezy, Gucci. Like, we got phenomenal shit when they could be in a room together. Because even with the history of the camps or the individuals, they still were able to come together, put on a joyous occasion. The viewers love it. I loved it. It was great conversation to be added. But this last one, it kind of was like the anticipation kind of died down because it was announced a month ago Ashanti got COVID. And then now we're here. First of all, I'm not waiting an hour for anybody. An hour and some change for anybody. So fell asleep in the beginning. Woke up when they were on like song like 7 or something like that. The attitudes weren't authentic. Keisha was being more forward with it, and that could just be how she give it up in life. Ashanti was, you know, both beautiful women. The catalogs, what the catalogs were when we was hyped about it a month ago. Everything, like, the music was fine. It's just that the whole production of it all. Keisha didn't sound good. They looked great. Keisha didn't sound good. Ashanti sounded better than I remembered, but I did see multiple places that people didn't think she sounded good. She sounded better than I ever heard her. So for me, Ashanti sounded great. Keisha did not sound good. And I want to put it on soundtrack today online. A DJ came forward. I don't know who he is or her DJ. A couple people from production that were there behind the scenes had came forward and kind of gave us a little insight saying, you know, she was there, Keisha was there, they were there on time. They were just trying to get the sound situation situated. It's to me at this point, it's like y'all been putting this production on. This is what, the 10th one. We should know how to set up and take down and all that stuff quickly. You got almost 1 million people waiting for you for an hour. Disrespectful. You got 1 million people, almost 1 million people waiting for you for an hour. Disrespectful. Like, respectfully, you're not Beyonce. Respectfully, you're not Beyonce. Y'all respectfully, you're not Drake. And even that, of those big artists, an hour is a long time to wait in your house after a month of waiting for y'all to figure it out. You know what I mean? So it wasn't a good thing. I will say this, Keisha, you kind of fumbled the ball a little bit, because I was for sure that you was going to come in here and spank Ashanti, because you have songs versus her hooks and choruses, and the little sprinkle of the big songs that she wrote for J-Lo, I guess. You could have came. There was like 4 rounds that you lost because of your selection. You had way better songs to choose from. So for that, it became like kind of a tie, because you didn't get Ashanti out of here. Ashanti placed her songs very well. And if we think back to like versus battle, it's sometimes like the biggest example is gonna be Fab and Kiss. It's not Fab could have did way better. It's just the placements, the songs that you chose. It's the presentation of it all. Like, I just Keisha let me down, and that's why it's a tie. She didn't get spanked because hooks can't beat songs, in my opinion, and at least not hooks for the same team. You got, Ashanti, a lot of it was Murder Inc., and I get that and all that stuff. That was your team. That's what you roll with. But I like collaboration. It says a lot to me when an artist has a catalog of multiple different flavors, producers, sounds. So I say sounds like that. Sounds. Just it's better when it's a combination of things, because then it shows me your versatility. It then puts you in the GOAT category or icon legend category for me, when you can do more than one sound combination of minds, artistic abilities, yeah, all that good jazz. So Swiss, Tim, whatever the powers that may be, the next one can't be this, and it can't be with divas. And I really, really, really want to see Usher versus JT. Don't know how they feel about it personally. Not saying that JT's gonna spank Usher. I just like the idea of hearing their hits back to back for fans' experience. I like the idea of hearing their songs back to back. I think that their melody of career, like their big songs, will sound really good together. Obviously, Usher's gonna win. That's gonna be the favorite. But I do not sleep on Justin Timberlake, because he's a great white and musician. He's a great white within music with the black credit, if that makes sense. I know cultural appropriation, but we're gonna call a spade a spade. And since we're on music, we gotta talk about two things this week. Just two things about music. And it's really not about the music, it's more so about how dare y'all. So two things. The first, how dare y'all, goes to the City Girls on the Throw Baby remix. Y'all tried it. Don't do that no more. Y'all tried it. Don't do that no more. The singing, first of all, Carisha, baby, I love the City Girls. I am JT. My real name, J Jessica T. JT. I'm a real JT. So I resonate with Jatavia. And I resonate with the fuck these niggas, give me whatever I need, type. I fuck with the energy. I aspire to be that. No, I don't aspire to be that, but I appreciate the parts of me that identify with that. But y'all sounded, first of all, the producer, QC, quality control. How y'all even clear that? They sound so bad, y'all. Like, bad. Carisha sounds bad half of the time, but we take her because we like her energy and her effort, and she looks amazing. And she held up the City Girls, so we can't say she's not a talent, because she did hold it down while JT was away. But Carisha, your pronunciation, the phlegm that lives in your throat, you sound like a permanent throat baby. Like, that's a problem. So the mix was horrible. The idea was horrible. melodic, the singing attempts was horrible. The lyrics were, I feel like as much as they talk about, I don't want to say as much, I don't want to compare the lyrics to their old shit. It's the same content that's in every fucking City Girl song or on their B-sides, at least on their album. So it's not anything too absurd. It's just like, ugh. What he should have did was got Dream Doll on it. I was talking to my homegirl. Dream Doll should have been on that song as a feature, if anything, because Dream Doll already has that kind of pitch. And I would have, and she rides a beat well. She gives us Lil' Kim bass when she needs to. I like Dream Doll right now and what she's doing musically. He could have got anybody. He could have even got it could have just been a lot of other people. But I get it. You want the big stars, the catch. He's a newer artist, so I get even just having the offer. It's lit. But y'all tried it. Y'all tried it, and don't try that shit again. Moving on, the second person that tried it is the media, social fucking media. Danileigh or Dan girl, the yellow bone chick dating the baby right now, right? Danileigh, she's doing the Easy song with Chris Brown. She drops this song or snippet of a song called Yellow Bone. And okay. The problem with social media is that the problem with society is that we're too fucking sensitive. Everybody has a platform to voice their opinions, and now they want their opinions to matter. And y'all could really go to the furthest parts of hell if y'all can accept brown skinned girl from Beyonce, but can't accept a light skinned yellow bone girl being proud of what she is and how she's fetishized. Now, the problem is the real appalling thing is that media has portrayed the light-skinned black girl forever as the above all be all beauty. So the fact that she's owning, how many songs have y'all heard new? How many songs, have guys fantasize about a long-haired, thick red bone? Like how many times is the light-skinned girl publicized on mad platforms, but now because somebody's saying it, it's an issue? It shouldn't be an issue of the title of the song or what the song means. It should be an issue that the song is trash. See, now I know the comparison I said with Brown Skin Girl, which is a beautiful song made by the entity Beyonce Knowles Carter. I think that's her name. Yeah. So we're not gonna compare the greatness. Like, obviously, the Brown Skin Girl is a really beautiful song. It resonates with me. I'm a brown skin girl, a little impartial to it. However, I don't see no problem with homegirl making a song about what the fuck she actually is. And I'm pretty sure that's what niggas tell her. How many times a man has told you something about your complexion? It's a thing. And just because it's a preference doesn't mean that it speaks down. Like, I think in society, for whatever reason, especially I see men targeted for this, there's nothing wrong with having preference. There's nothing wrong with having preference. I.e., I'll put it on myself. I only date and find black men attractive. That does not say there aren't some white men that I even said there's like some great whites that are just fire. And I don't want to make it a race thing, but there are some white men that are just fire, undeniably swagged out, gorgeous, could get it. But other than those select few members of the non-melanated clique group, I only date black men. I'm only entertaining a black man. I'm only trying to have a black man's baby. I'm trying to be a black man's wife. Now, that may keep me boxed in, but I'm not wrong for having that preference. It would be wrong if I'm saying I only date black men and then I start having prejudices and I talk crazy about white men. I don't, that's when it's wrong. Saying what you are and what you like and declaring it, there's nothing wrong with that. Singing about it is nothing wrong with that. Social media or the people that got no real lives that are consumed with what other fucking people are doing are so bent up out of shape, or finding controversy on this girl's song. The song is trash. Then let it just be that. Let it just be the trash song. And to be honest, it sounds like most of her songs. So besides that Easy record, she don't got good music. They all sound the same. I don't think she could sing. I don't think that there's talent there personally for her. But all these songs sound the same anyway. So the song is trash. Just call it trash. The Shade Room was being funny by even posting this. So I do understand the of how it was put out or how it was endorsed, because she put it out, but how it was endorsed. I think it's insane that we as a society could even fathom canceling or having an issue with someone that's owning what they are. That's like when people have a problem with Mulatto, that rapper girl, or her name being called Mulatto. If that's what she identifies with, or if that's what she wants to repurpose, what the fuck is the problem? We understand that it used to be a racial slur, but she's calling herself it. She's taking what her understanding of that word is and repurposing it for self. How dare people have such an issue with what someone wants to call themselves? If I want to call myself fucking purple, I'm no longer black. If I want to tell people that I'm fucking purple, by all means, I'm purple to me. The fuck? I don't get it. So people will make a problem out of fucking anything if you let them. And it's sick. All right, so, and I kind of want to, start taking off like things, like the conversations that I have with my friends and like how we talk and just my opinions on things. Because that's really why I started this show, like way back when, 2 years ago, Conflex. But I will say, so I was on Instagram, like we all be doing. I'm gonna read something to you because I just wanna, you probably heard of it. This is in Harlem. A woman was attacked in a liquor store or outside of a liquor store. Excuse me. Woman was attacked outside of a liquor store. So long story short, she got off of work, single or mom. She was going to go pick up her kid. She went to go pick up a bottle. It's Friday night. You pick up a bottle. Sis had the right idea, in my opinion. Pick that bottle up, wonder what she was getting. I know it's not a joke. But picking a bottle up, and there's footage of it. That's why it's the crazy thing. So she goes into the liquor store. She walks through at least like 5 black men. She goes into the store. They follow her into the store. One offers to pay for it. She says she's good. And this is all on camera. She says she's good. She leaves. They said that, it was disrespectful that she didn't let me pay. They follow her across the street. They beat her. They jump her, beat her. He bit her. Like, the wildest of shit. The fucking wildest of shit. So then, what I specifically wanted to address was the comments. There was comments that a few blogs, websites kind of highlighted and reposted in response to this insane, like, before I even go to addressing how I feel about it, or like my response to it, y'all niggas really can't. This is a real thing. So I'm from New York, for those who don't know. This is like a real thing. Like, niggas really, men, young boys, immature boys, insecure boys, literally cannot accept rejection. Like, bro, life is hard. You can't accept a little no from a shorty and keep it pushing. Now, don't get me wrong. It does not justify. If you interested in anybody, boy, girl, indifferent, this is for men and women. If you interested in somebody, you shoot your shot. If it's a hard no and you don't know this person, stop harassing them. And don't take it as a sign of disrespect or a sign of like embarrassment, or shit. You shouldn't be embarrassed because they not interested. You don't know what shorty's situation was, but for y'all to follow her inside, they ain't cop nothing inside, according to the video. So I don't want to say that that's a fact. Don't take your fact from me. But they follow her in there. You offer, you try to be cute, because that's what niggas do. They'll all migrate in there to try to, for one of them to try to be cute, and then as soon as you dub them, the rest of them, the cackling, the hyenas, they want to keep going and carrying it on, amping him. So now this punk ass man now feels the energy to keep going and inquiring about something. This is how people get shot. This is how people get killed. This is how kids get killed. This is how women's getting killed. This is how nosy ass people's getting killed. The insecurities. This is how, excuse me, because I'm getting excited. This is how these mass shootings in schools are happening. It's a part of it. It pours into all this stuff. Men, women, accept the rejection. You're gonna receive a lot more no's in life than you will yes. And the no that should not make you do some clown shit, some corny shit, some sucker nigga shit. Sorry, there's no other way for me to say that. Is being rejected by someone that you're trying to pursue. Like, bro, there's mad women in this world. You mean you've been curved your whole life, and even still, maybe it's you. At that point, it's you. So, guys, just, first of all, stop hitting on girls when they by themselves when you with your niggas. Stop doing that, because even that's intimidating because of the stigma now. Like, a girl being from New York, I've been in situations where, no, I'm okay, and I'm polite. Anyone that knows me for real, you don't even have to know me for real. I like to think that I give this off of my aura. I'm not even spicy. I'm not even up that cloth. So if you hate on me, I'm okay. I have a boyfriend. I always have a boyfriend. In those situations, I have a boyfriend. I have a husband. I'm sick. Like, you know what I mean? Like, anything. Oh, I'm a man. Like, whatever to get out of the situation. But you can't even jokingly say you a man, because that will turn into something else these days. But, oh, not even these days, all days. What was I saying? Because I was about to say something funny, and then I was like, no, don't say it. But I guess I should say it. So, where do you get, I will give $10 to someone that can get this. I can't even get it, so forget it. But it's really wow. But I wanted to read the comments because it kind of identifies with what I'm saying right now. And one lady said, "This is why I don't enter establishments if I see a group of black men hanging out in front of it. And I cross the street when I see a group of black men hanging out on the block. It's fucked up because they wouldn't have never did that to any other race of women, just black women. Disgusting." I agree. Because, unfortunately, through conditioning, black men know that white woman's going to send them to jail for the rest of their life. You know what I mean? Like, through conditioning, like through society, the police show that, the government shows that, history shows that if you fuck with a white woman, it's a wrap. Especially if you are a person of any color. You know what I mean? Of any color. You do something to a white woman, it's a dub. Like, the Central Park 5. Like, there's literally 100 examples you can give. So black men know when it comes to that white woman, it's a just the psychology. I don't think that men even just think about that as a black woman, knowing that my own people who I would fight for, die for, stand up for, in history of our people have done, will be the first line of attack. Like, we will get attacked first before a white woman, when for the end of time, they have been one of the biggest reasons that y'all have been hunted and killed and targeted and everything. I think it's just the psychology, but knowing that a black woman as a black woman, if I see a group of men, I don't want to just say black men, but that's my experience because of where I'm from and where I frequent. So I don't want to say just black men, but if I'm being transparent here, and it's not that all black men, I think all black men are bad. It's just that I know what trouble comes, what can come from just a group of black men that don't know me, that don't owe shit to me. And because I'm a black woman, I know that automatic respect is not there. Unless they were raised correct, because that's not every man, that's not every group of guys, so I don't even want to put that also on them. But it's very common. In my walk of life, this is not the assault part aspect of it. Not that it has never happened to me on that end, but I do know of women in my life that I've talked to about how they've had men spit at them, men literally press them in their face, all that. So I do understand that it could go that far left, but just the psychology of knowing, being a black woman and walking through the streets and being hesitant, you know, to walk through a group of my brothers, you know, people that, I mean, if you think I'm attractive, fine. If you think I got whatever, if you got something to say, fine. But to take it to the take it to the next level, I always think that that's gonna be a thing. And then if you go down the comments of on any blog post that posted this story, it's all black women, all black women telling their story of exactly what I'm telling you guys. All I can ask is that black men acknowledge that the black women in your life don't feel protected. Like, even in the sense of that, walking up their own block. I'm pretty sure this lady was in her neighborhood. I mean, if not, she was in her work neighborhood. I'm pretty sure this is somewhere that she was saying, I just want to go pick up my child, when they're beating and kicking on her. Grown ass men beating one woman because she turned down the option for her to buy. So what she was supposed to do? Because in no situation, because a man could say, you know, she should have just got her stuff paid for it. But why? If I'm not interested, I don't want to entertain this, I don't want nothing to do with this. If I have a situation, if I'm stressed, I don't even want to entertain this. No, thank you. And even if I say it with an attitude, it's still a no, and move the hell on. But for y'all to, and then follow me and all that stuff. And the biggest takeaway I want men to realize is that we carry that. We walk with that. If y'all don't believe me, go look at these comments. We walk with knowing that we will not be protected, that we don't feel automatically protected, that we're constantly like prey. Like, that's it. Black women feel like prey. We're the bottom of the fucking totem pole in protection or entitlement or just like protection. Like, we're at the bottom. And that's scary. Like, think about that the next time you say something to a woman, even if she's beefing. We walk through life having to defend ourselves because no one defends us. If this was a white woman, this would have been national fucking news. It would have shut down New York. It's happened before. Multiple times. So it's very scary as a black woman. And this also ties into the latest Meg update or her Tory case and her getting shot. I don't say her Tory case, but her getting shot and that whole thing, and how she's saying, like, bro, like, we can't even fathom a black woman hurting. Do you know that's why black women die more in the hospital? They can't even fathom black women hurting. They can't even fathom us being scared or feeling like we need to be protected. Or they couldn't even fathom that maybe I should stand next to her. Even if I ain't even gonna say nothing in defense of her. Stand next to her to make her feel stronger. 2021, I would love, my biggest stride would to make myself feel more comfortable in America. That's not to say I don't want black men to feel safe. That's not, I don't want everyone to feel safe, but as a black woman, I feel like that's the, and again, I'm so happy that we now have a black woman. I mean, we have Michelle, and respectfully. You know what's crazy about the inauguration, and I was thinking about what the Obamas did is like the tension that they caused. It's kind of like if you had your own wedding, like if I had a wedding and then somebody else showed up wearing white. That's what the Obamas gave me, because it was so I called her Beyonce because she was giving me entity vibes. Michelle, the bump, the bounce, and the curls, baby, in the wind. It was giving it for me, the tones of wine and magenta on the body, on that brown skin. A white woman could never respectfully. Melania, she out of here. She could never. It's great to have another black woman in the face of America, as a face of America, and hopefully that can bring strides to the protection or the acknowledgement of importance of black women. Because even our own brothers and sisters, our own brothers, our own people that look like us will target us because we're the easier target to survive. It is easier to beat up a black woman and get away with it. Not that anyone should be doing it. It's not that this is every case. But in history, it is so much easier to get away with doing something to someone that looks like me versus doing it to a white woman. And we carry that. So 2021, guys, let's do better. Let's do better, okay? We got a black VP. We had a black president. You know what I mean? We making strides here. As our community, we gotta protect our own. If Danileigh wants to sing about yellow bones, that's fine. How many times has men sing about the yellow bone? Let it go. Let her be prideful of that. So then what? Because what we do is we then make her feel like she's not accepted. And then when she then goes to her other roots because she's more accepted there, then we're saying, but girl, you black. You think you better than us? That's the problem. That's the reverse psychology that you do. If we can accept brown-skinned girl in the idea of brown-skinned girl, we should be able to accept yellow bone. If she's saying that's what these men like, that's a fact. There's men in your life, my life, all of our lives, that have dibble-dabbled or prefer, or maybe still prefer light-skinned girls, yellow-bone girls. There are men that prefer brown-skinned girls. There are women that only prefer black men. There are white women that only prefer black men. There are white women that only date white niggas. There are Asian people that only date Asian people. It don't even matter. As long as you're not disrespecting, talking down on any other category, group, or whatever, you good. Like that shit. Love that shit. Enjoy it. And on that note, thank you. Thank you for being here for another episode of In the Cut Pod. Follow me on every social. Y'all, I'm going to start hosting Clubhouse rooms about some hot topics that I am eventually going to then translate here. So follow me on Clubhouse. That's like my new favorite app because it's helping me grow all of my brands in one area the way Instagram unfortunately does no longer because of their own algorithms and monetization. So follow me on Clubhouse at jtjay.tee. Follow me on Instagram at Everybody Loves Jess. Everybody Loves with an S, Jess, JESSS. And follow me on Twitter, but that's a fact. I'm still catering food, so look out for the stew if you're in New York or Connecticut. Place some orders, support your girl, young entrepreneur. If you guys have not gotten into stocks and trading and of those sorts, please go to YouTube Academy. Yes, I said it. YouTube Academy, aka youtube.com. Go type in stocks. Go type in trading. Shit, for the heck of it, without no recruiting, without IML, go type in Forex, high frequency trading. Go get you some money. This man, your money can make you money while you not minding your business. Check that out. But anyway, thank you. Stay safe. Take the vaccine if you're gonna take it. Don't take it if you're not gonna take it. Book that flight. We ain't staying in the house no more. Book that flight. 2020 got 10 months out of my life. Book that flight while the flights are still low. Plan the whole year. Tap in with me because I'm gonna be doing the same thing. And that's on that. Bye.